Okay, that is the topic for this week. For this month. On Fridays. It's a biz dialogue, and you're definitely a lifesaver. So the seamstress does alterations, meaning kind of like repairs and, like we learned last time, to take in the length or the width, right? And if you say to someone, you're a lifesaver, what are you saying?
So if you break the word down, lifesaver, you save their life.
Yeah.
So you're saying, I was in a lot of trouble.
Right.
And you helped me big time.
That's right. And native speakers really do like to say this for more dramatic effect.
Yeah.
It's not that like your life is in danger, but you really were a big help. You were a lifesaver.
Right. Like, oh, I was really tired.
Yeah.
You brought me coffee.
Yes.
Oh, you're a lifesaver.
That's right.
I needed this coffee.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, here are some other expressions. Work your fingers to the bone. This is a good one. Okay? To work your fingers to the bone. It's a long expression, but a good one.
Yeah.
Bone, B-O-N-E. 뼈. Right? 뼈.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So what does this mean?
This means you are working really hard, and it's usually what we call manual labor.
Yes.
So it can be other things sometimes.
It's physical.
Yeah, but it's usually you're making something. Think of like a woman who knits, but she's knitting all the time.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And so much so, she doesn't have skin. She doesn't have muscle anymore.
Right.
Her fingers are just bone.
Okay. Wow, okay.
Yeah.
All right. If you go through something, what are you doing?
You're experiencing something. And it's usually something difficult, something challenging, not something easy.
Okay, very good. Let's see how these expressions are used in today's dialogue.
Good afternoon, Drew. I have your custom duvet cover and matching pillowcases.
I'm so excited. My sister is going to love them. You must have worked your fingers to the bone doing all this so fast.
It was my pleasure.
Well, you're definitely a lifesaver. This is going to look great in her new house.
That's such a thoughtful housewarming gift.
She went through a lot before she could afford this house. I thought it would be nice to give her something that was truly hers.
You can find our power dialogue on page 62. Let's begin. The life of a seamstress, you're definitely a lifesaver. Let's see why she says you're a lifesaver, or he says you're a lifesaver. Mila says, good afternoon, Drew. I have your custom duvet cover and matching pillowcases. Okay, Cameron, it says here duvet cover. It's D-U-V-E-T.
Yes.
And our listeners may not quite understand what duvet means. Quickly, there's a lot of debate over this, but a duvet cover is basically a cover for a duvet or even possibly a comforter, like a blanket.
Yeah, both of these are on the top of the bed.
Yes,
right?
That's right. So that it doesn't get dirty. You
Yes.
can take it off and then wash it. Okay, so Drew says, I'm so excited. My sister is going to love them. You must have worked your fingers to the bone doing all this so fast. So if you work your fingers to the bone, it's like, why is he using this expression for the seamstress?
So a seamstress, of course, we've talked about, is someone who makes clothing, right? Particularly a woman.
Yes.
And so they're using their hands to make something. But when you're having to work quickly or having to work a lot, it's like your fingers are starting to wear away.
Yeah.
Like you're doing so much work, the skin is going away.
Yeah.
Right?
Right, that is true. I mean, it's a little graphic, but it is true. The idea behind it is that you're working your fingers very hard.
Yes.
Yes.
And I would say it's most often used for sewing, knitting.
Yeah.
Maybe you could say typing.
Typing?
Because you're having to use your fingers.
Or cooking, maybe.
Cooking, maybe you can
But-
work your fingers to the bone.
But I wouldn't, that sounds a little awkward to me. Yeah, for cooking. But definitely typing, but definitely
Sewing.
Sewing
Yeah.
and knitting. Okay. Mila says it was my pleasure. What does Drew say?
Well, you're definitely a lifesaver. This is going to look great in her new house.
Okay. So if you say, oh, you're such a lifesaver, or this is definitely a lifesaver, what are you saying?
You're saying, oh, you're really helping me.
Big time.
Right. Yeah, it's not a small... Well, the meaning is not small, but sometimes we use it for small things.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So here, you're a lifesaver is saying you're a big help.
Yeah.
You are helping me so much.
Yeah. And you really, and when you say you're a lifesaver, it's almost like, thank you so much for being such a big help.
Yes.
Yeah. You're kind of acknowledging how important they were. Okay. So it could be like big. Oh my gosh, you're a lifesaver. Thank you for, coming over and watching my kids for tonight.
Yes.
And you had an emergency, right?
Right.
Okay. So Mila says, that's such a thoughtful housewarming gift. Okay. Our power pattern today is that's such a thoughtful blank. Blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
Okay? So that's such a thoughtful... What does this mean?
So that's such a thoughtful means like it can be used as a way to say thank you. Like, oh, you really thought about me. You really thought about this. Thoughtful here means you put in a lot of thought.
Yeah.
Or you put in deep thought.
Yeah.
So it's often something that you know they're going to love. It's the perfect match.
Right.
Right?
So you could say when you receive a gift, and even though it's not the most expensive gift, but it's a gift that you really, really wanted or have thought about,
yes.
and the other person gives it to you, oh my gosh, we often do say, oh, this is so thoughtful.
Yeah.
Maybe they made it.
Yeah.
It's very thoughtful.
Yes.
A lot of thought went into it. So that's such a thoughtful gift, or that's such a thoughtful idea. It could be anything, really.
Yeah.
Now let's take a look at our power vocab, a housewarming gift.
Yes.
Yes.
So in Korea, the common gift is
Toilet paper?
toilet paper.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Clean tissue.
Yeah. Lately, soap.
Oh, okay.
Like
Soap.
nice soap.
Oh, that's nice.
Right? Or like an air freshener.
Ooh, okay.
They have the diffusers. So a housewarming gift is a gift you give someone when they move to a new house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Here, please use this.
What do you like? Have you recently gotten a housewarming gift for someone?
Well, last year I moved and I got a lot of toilet paper.
Oh,
Which is great. I don't.
Hey, we all need toilet paper.
I have no memory of buying toilet paper for myself.
My goodness. Look at you.
But whenever another friend has that, usually it's like a candle.
Oh, that's nice.
Like some nice soap, hand soap.
Yeah.
That type of thing.
I think that's a great one. Yeah. Good. Okay, so Drew says she went through a lot before she could afford this house. I thought it would be nice to give her something that was truly hers. Okay, so this is a housewarming gift, the duvet cover and matching pillowcases. And Drew says she went through a lot before she could afford this house. So if you go through a lot, just that statement, it's kind of hard to figure out what's happening. So when you say, oh, he went through a lot, I went through a lot, what does this mean?
So this means you experienced many things, and native speakers will understand this to mean, oh, they had a lot of hardship.
Yeah.
A lot of difficult things happened.
Right.
So it is over. So went through means it's in the past, but it's like, ooh, they had a hard time.
That's right. Really difficult, challenging time.
Right,
yeah.
right. Maybe someone in their family passed away.
Right.
Maybe someone lost their job.
Right.
You know, it could be physical, financial, something difficult happened to them.
Yeah, so last year I went through a lot means you had a really difficult year.
Yes.
Okay, let's go ahead and listen to our dialogue one more time.
Good afternoon, Drew. I have your custom duvet cover and matching pillowcases.
I'm so excited. My sister is going to love them. You must have worked your fingers to the bone doing all this so fast.
It was my pleasure.
Well, you're definitely a lifesaver. This is going to look great in her new house.
That's such a thoughtful housewarming gift.
She went through a lot before she could afford this house. I thought it would be nice to give her something that was truly hers.
Okay, it's time for Power Note. We're on pages 64 and 65. If you work your finger to the bone, it means that you're working extremely hard. And it doesn't always have to be with your hands.
Yeah.
Okay, but it is physical.
Yeah, most often. Yeah, it's physical.
All of the kids in your family went to university. Was your family rich?
No, my father worked his fingers to the bone to ensure we all got a good education.
Yeah, so he was probably involved in manual labor.
Yeah, it's not 100% sure here.
Yeah.
But it does feel maybe it was a carpenter.
Yeah.
A plumber.
Maybe construction.
Something with his hands.
Sharon worked her fingers to the bone to build her business. This is interesting. I feel like, well, it's her business. So in this case, it's more about really working hard.
Yeah. Again, I don't know if Sharon's business has any kind of physical part to it.
Yeah.
You know, maybe, I don't know.
Maybe it does.
Yeah, you know, some types of craft businesses.
True.
Where they're actually having to make the product themselves.
Yes.
So it's a little vague here. But if you do not know, it's probably safe to assume that it's a physical job.
Physical job. Okay, so to work one's fingers to the bones. I tell you, these days, a lot of those manual labor sort of jobs, people are doing, not wanting to get into it because it's very hard to do.
Yeah.
Young people are not willing to do that kind of work.
Well, I mean, it is something that, I mean, a lot of young people go to university now. Sometimes, unfortunately, these manual jobs can pay less.
Yes, that's right, that's right.
Even if they're very needed and a job that requires skill.
Yeah, yeah. All right. If you are a lifesaver, it means that, wow, you really provided help and relief, almost like, oh, you came at the perfect time to help me. Did you get off work on Friday for our date?
Yeah, Sarah was a lifesaver and covered my shift.
Okay. So, your coworker can often be a lifesaver if they help you out.
Yes.
Maybe you have to go somewhere. Maybe you have to take a day off. It's an emergency.
Yes.
And they help. And you can say they're a lifesaver. This portable charger is a lifesaver when my phone battery runs low.
Yeah. Portable charger here. Of course, we're talking more of like that 보조 배터리.
Yes.
Right? So even though we're saying charger, because it's a portable charger,
right,
we're not talking about the 충전기 as much as the battery. Sometimes it's called like a power bank.
Yeah. It can be confusing.
Yeah.
Power bank is kind of the more recent term.
Yeah.
Right? But also portable charger is another option.
I tell you, they are a lifesaver.
Do you have one?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I don't.
Well, I mean, if you are... Because I used to have to go into the countryside and film.
True.
I can't, you know.
Right.
Maybe I won't have my phone.
Well, the thing is, because I drive, Cameron, I have a charger in my car. That's why I don't have a need for a portable charger. But if I were on the subway or using public transportation, I would definitely have a portable charger.
You know, now in the subway, they have wireless chargers.
Really?
Not all the... I don't think every station, but there are some stations where you can just put your phone and it'll charge for you.
Wow.
They are a lifesaver.
They're a lifesaver.
Well, think if you're a tourist here in Seoul.
Yes.
Just like 5 minutes on that.
I tell you, when you're traveling, you need your phone.
Yeah.
You need directions. Okay. Could be a lifesaver. Okay. If you go through something, it means to experience a very difficult or challenging situation. What's wrong with Jake? He's been sad all day.
He's going through a rough patch in his relationship with Susan.
Okay. So, go through a rough patch. This describes what he's going through. And a rough patch is a very difficult time.
Yes.
So he's going through a difficult time.
Yes.
She went through a lot after losing her job. So, like we mentioned before, if you go through a lot, right, it automatically means what?
It means that it was not a good time for her.
No.
Very difficult after losing her job. So here, these are negative, and this phrase is almost always negative. Every once in a while, you might hear something like, oh, he goes through life without a care in the world. Without a worry in the world.
Yes.
This is one of the few times that this expression will be positive.
Go through.
To go through life,
yes.
usually.
That's right.
Is what you say.
Okay.
And it's like, oh, they don't have to worry about anything.
They don't have to worry about...
Maybe they're rich. Maybe they've got parents with good connections.
Oh.
They go through life without any worry at all.
Wow, what a life.
If only.
What a life.
I wish.
I want that life.
Oh, please.
All right. Power pattern. That's such a thoughtful, meaning, what you did really, you thought about it. There was kindness, but also kind of depth.
Yes.
To what you're doing. So let's give some examples. That's such a thoughtful thing to say. So it's like, that's nice what you said. It's more than that. It's deeper than that. It's like, wow, you put a lot of thought.
That's such a thoughtful boyfriend you have.
Oh.
He really pays attention.
He does.
Yeah.
Very kind.
So kind.
I know.
He listens to you.
Okay. All right. Housewarming gift is our power vocab. Do check out the definition on page 66 and stop by.
Audio 어학당.
Very good. And just pay a very small monthly fee and you can listen to Power English Evening Special and all the radio shows again and again.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Have a great day and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.